Hello! Welcome to this Ielts Speaking Part 1 practice session. I'll be acting as your examiner today. I will ask you one question at a time from your list, and after each response, I'll step out of character briefly to give you detailed feedback before we move on to the next one. Let's begin. Is English important for your work or studies?
Absolutely. I could say that English plays an important role in my work and my studies. Nowadays, English is an official language in the world. So, if I can master another language, that means I can access more and more information in everywhere in the world. So that means I can broaden my knowledge through knowing how to use things English correctly. Besides, in my work, if I can master my English, that means I can have more career opportunities in the future because I can speak English fluently and I can communicate with my customers. And finally, about my social cycles. When I can speak English fluently, I can have more friends and I can make new friends, so I can form many close relationships.
That was a solid start. For that answer, I'd estimate your band score around 6.0 or 6.5. You had good fluency and used some nice transitional phrases, but try to avoid repeating structures like "that means I." Vocabulary was clear and relevant, although you could add more high-level words or idioms to push for a higher score. Grammar-wise, it was generally accurate, but we can refine some phrasing, like saying English is a global language rather than official language. Your pronunciation was clear and understandable. Here is a natural corrected version. Absolutely, I could say that English plays an important role in both my work and my studies. Nowadays, English is a global language, so if I master it, I can access more information worldwide. This means I can broaden my knowledge by learning how to use it correctly. Besides, in my work, fluency in English opens up more career opportunities and allows me to communicate effectively with my customers. Finally, it helps expand my social circle, enabling me to make new friends and form close relationships. Now for your next question. Is it important to have hobbies?
Yes, absolutely. In my opinion, having hobbies is very important. If I have hobbies, I can navigate what careers I do in the future. Like if I am really into drawing and I have a knack for drawing, in the future I can be an artist. So, and besides, if I have a hobbies, I can. If I have a hobby, I can let my head out after a long period of studying. And besides, I can make new friends with who share the same interests with me.
That was another great answer. I'd rate that response around a 6.0. In terms of fluency and coherence, you expressed your ideas clearly, but try to avoid repeating and besides too frequently. For vocabulary, you had some good points, but there was a slight error where you said a neck to fall instead of a knack for. Grammar-wise, you said if I have a hobbies, which should be if I have hobbies. Your pronunciation was clear and easy to understand. Here is a natural corrected version. Yes, absolutely. In my opinion, having hobbies is very important. If I have hobbies, I can navigate what career path I want to pursue in the future. For instance, if I am really into drawing and have a knack for it, I could become an artist. Additionally, hobbies help me unwind after a long period of studying, and they allow me to connect with people who share similar interests. Now for your next question. How important is it to relax after work or study?
In my opinion, relaxing after work or studies plays an important role in my daily life. After a stressful time studying and working non-stop, you can be effective with their mental or their physical problems. Besides, if you relax after work or study, you can clear your head, and so you can work or study in another days more effectively. Besides,
That was another well-reasoned response.
taking a breather after studying or working to um, also help us to gain our gain a deeper insight into our work or our studies.
For that answer, I'd estimate your band score at around 6.5. Your fluency and coherence were strong, and you logically connected your points about mental and physical health. Vocabulary was appropriate, though you could use more varied descriptors for the effects of stress. Grammar-wise, the sentence structures were generally sound, though be careful with pluralization, like in another days, which should be on other days. Your pronunciation was clear and natural. Here is a natural corrected version. In my opinion, relaxing after work or studies is crucial for daily life. After stressful periods of non-stop studying and work, a person can suffer from mental or physical issues. Additionally, it helps clear the head, enabling them to work or study more effectively on other days. Taking a breather also helps us gain deeper insight into our work. Now, let's move to your next question. Are friends important in your life?
Absolutely. In my opinion, friends are who I can just without any judgment, just behind my family. They are my rock in my life. They are who I can share my thoughts. They can gain my experiences if I face challenges. And besides, a friend also help me to a friend also help me to study or work more effectively because they help me gain my experiences.
That was a very touching response. I'd estimate your band score for that answer at around 6.5. Your fluency and coherence were good, and you effectively expressed the emotional value of friendship, although there were a few phrasing hiccups. Vocabulary was strong, especially with phrases like my rock, but there was a slight misunderstanding where it sounded like you said sell my touch instead of share my thoughts. Grammar-wise, there were some minor issues, such as saying a friend also helped me instead of helps me. Here is a natural corrected version. Absolutely, in my opinion, friends are people I can trust without judgment, ranking just behind my family. They are my rock in life and the people I can share my thoughts and experiences with when I face challenges. Additionally, friends help me work or study more effectively because they help me gain perspective. Now, let's move to your next question. Is it important to preserve old buildings in your hometown?
Yes, absolutely. Preserving old buildings in my hometown means protecting the culture. Each old building in my neighborhood had its own story, so if one of them has vanished, my neighborhood could lose its soul. Besides, old buildings are also tourist attractions that can contribute to the local economy. And finally, the old buildings that reminds me of the feelings, belongings, and where I was born, and they also make me feel grateful about what I have today.
That was an excellent and very thoughtful response. I'd estimate your band score for that answer at around 6.5 or 7.0. Your fluency and coherence were strong, and you logically connected your points about culture, tourism, and personal feelings. Vocabulary was expressive, using phrases like lost its soul. Grammar-wise, there were minor errors, such as saying would lost its soul instead of would lose its soul. Your pronunciation was clear and natural. Here is a natural corrected version. Yes, absolutely. Preserving old buildings in my hometown is crucial for protecting our heritage. Each ancient structure has its own story, and if one disappears, the neighborhood risks losing its soul. Additionally, these buildings are tourist attractions that boost the local economy, while also serving as lasting reminders of my roots. Now, let's move to your next question. Is English important for your work or studies?
Yes, absolutely. English plays an important role in my work and my study. Today, English is the official language in the world. So if I can master another language, that means I can access more informations and more documents from everywhere in the world. Besides, when I have a career, I could I a careers when I am good at English. That mean I can have a better work because I can speak English fluently with my students. And besides, about my social circles, when I can speak English fluently, I can make new friends and I can have many strong relationships.
That was a very detailed response. I'd estimate your band score around 6.0. For fluency and coherence, you managed to touch on several valid points, but try to vary your sentence structures and avoid repeating phrases like "that means I." Vocabulary was clear, though there was a slight misstatement regarding speaking English with your son, which was a bit out of context. Grammar-wise, you said "that's mean," which should be "that means," and "fully" isn't the right word there. You should use "fluently." Your pronunciation was generally clear but could be more polished. Here is a natural corrected version. Yes, absolutely. English plays an important role in my work and my studies. Today, English is a global language, so if I master it, I can access more information and documents from everywhere in the world. Besides, when I have a career, being good at English means I can have a better job because I can speak English fluently with my clients. And finally, about my social circles, when I can speak English fluently, I can make new friends and form many strong relationships. Now, for your next question, is protecting the environment important to you?